Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Player Pro Show. I'm your host, Player Pro. Okay, let's hop right into the topic. Is modern society creating 304s? I don't know. Well, let's talk about it. Well, I was just scrolling along, minding my own business on Facebook, and I just happened to run across this post. Now, this young lady is a friend of my son's. So he told me that she is about 19, maybe 20, somewhere around there. She's somewhere around in that area. But she said, you know what? F a relationship. I'm young. I'm supposed to be a 304 right now anyway. And I was like, wow. I mean, I couldn't believe it. Is this how the women of this generation think? The young women? I mean, what do y'all think? Comment down below. All right. Well, the crazy thing is the comments. The comments will go ham. So we're going to get into it. Okay, the first comment comes from a woman. She says, okay, I swear I should have been one. Now, it's crazy how this is the mindset of modern women. And I see this so often. All right. Now we have another woman that say, LOL, especially in your prime. And then we have another woman who responds to her that says, girl, yes, LOL. Now when Rick James said that the freaks come out at night, hey, he was not lying. He was not lying. Okay, we also have a guy to respond. He said, damn, so this is really the thought of the majority? Okay, just was making sure. Oh, 100%. 100%. This is 100% the mindset of majority of modern women today. All right. Now we have a woman to comment. She said, I'll settle down when I'm 30 with a laughing emoji. Then we had another woman to respond to her and say, that's too close, LMAO. And she responds back and said, LMAO, not for me. So now if she's talking about being too close, what I get from that is she's saying that that's too close to the wall to settle down. And she would be right. I don't know why, for some reason, women think that they can do what they want to do in their early 20s. And when they get around 30, then they can just settle down and find them a good man and so on and so on. But that rarely works out in their favor. Very rare. Okay. Now we have a guy who commented that said, there's no such thing as a 304 phase. You either a 304 or not. Facts. I do believe that once a 304, always a 304. Okay. Now we have another guy that commented that said, he said tragic. She said she at 113,000 miles right now. And she ain't stopping until 200K. Hey, nice car analogy. I like that. I may have to use that. Okay. So, is modern society manufacturing this mindset in modern women today? I 100% believe so. 100%. I mean, cause you gotta look at what they watch on television. Look at what they listen to on the radio. Look at, if you go to the things that they watch, is nothing but reality shows. You looking at Love and Hip Hop. You looking at Basketball Wives. You looking at all these reality type shows, and it shows what? Mostly women that's being promiscuous. And if you look at the things that they listen to, or the people that they look up to, look at Meg Thee Stallion, look at Kim Kardashian, look at Cardi B, and Nicki Minaj. They do nothing but promote promiscuity. That's all they talk about. All they rap about. because it sells. And then if you look at social media, look at all the ratchet things you see on social media every time you turn it on. You see nothing but like this post here. You see things like this. You see nothing but ratchet behavior. So what do you expect? Okay, well, I got a couple of clips I want to show y'all to try to illustrate what I'm trying to say here. So let's get into it.
So
they got a child. He knocked her up and she kept it.
10 years old, I think he is. Yeah,
is it a girl or a boy?
Boy.
Oh, thank God he got a boy. What you gonna do with a girl?
Oh, God. I can't with this guy.
What you gonna do with a girl?
This guy.
Besides, be the shoulder for her to lean on when the streets get through with her.
She belongs to the streets.
God.
That's all you gonna do with your girl. What happened? What did you, baby?
It's so sad, but it's true.
Oh. After the streets get through with your daughter, I don't give a fuck how much you teach them. They ain't listening no more. 'Cause the motherfucker trying to live this European lifestyle. God damn it. After your daughter get destroyed, you gotta be there for her. Let her cry her weave head ass on your shoulder. That's all you do with little girls.
Yo.
Oh, my God.
What is a girl worth? If you have a daughter, it's just you ain't used to saying it. Every time you have a daughter, you be like, hey! Pussy for the street.
I did see somebody recently do a gender reveal.
And they got mad?
And both of them got mad. The mama and the daddy
What
got
the
mad.
bleep?
Damn!
Oh, I have to be honest. I did say it before. I did not.
All you
want
can do
girl.
with a
I
daughter
did
is
not
feel
want a
sorry
daughter.
for her.
I didn't want a girl.
All you can do with a daughter is
honest.
feel bad that this bitch is about to get ran through. 'Cause she ain't gonna listen to you. If she go to school in America, you can't save her.
Now, this is 100% facts. But I tend to get in trouble. People call me misogynistic. You know what I'm saying? When I say things like this. So, I'm going to let that boy Will explain it a little. He can explain it a little better than I can. So, here we go. I'm going to let him explain it.
Guys, I'm old enough to know that there are no such thing as a real certainty in life. All you can do is put your best foot forth and hope for the best. Some of the biggest 304s you ever seen in your life came from a loving two-parent household. Dad and mom was there and supportive. They sent her to great schools, kept her in extracurriculars, taught her how to play the piano, put her in sports. She traveled the world, she's cultured, you name it. They did everything they could. They even tried to guide her so that she could have a sound moral compass, and they still fell flat. Now, why is this?
If she go to school in America, you can't save her.
Oh my. If she goes to school in America, you can't save her. There is a lot of truth to that. If you really think about it, most children spend more time at school than they do at home. So in other words, school is just a place you send your kids to get raised by other people's kids. Kids who don't invest in their kids the same way you invest in your kids, who don't supervise their kids the same way you supervise your kids. They're around kids who don't have structure, who don't have support, who live on survival mode, who've been traumatized by things that happen in their life. No matter how much you shelter them, there's always one kid at that school that's willing to show them everything that you won't allow them to see at home. The movie Grease, if you haven't seen that movie, that is a phenomenal movie. It's starring John Travolta. But in that movie, there's this girl named Sandy who's from Australia. She meets a boy who's from America who's played by John Travolta. They fall in love and boom, the summer fling is over. Some kind of way she ends up at the school with John Travolta and he doesn't know about it. So she gets into cahoots with the girls who go to the school, and let's call them what they are, their thoughts, and they influence her to start behaving in a way that she never behaved in before. So in a way, society has a way of spoiling the good apples. That's a fictional movie, but dog, that happens every single day in real life. Let me give y'all another example. For instance, if you don't allow your girls to listen to Cardi B, Glorilla, Meg Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, and whoever else they got out here, trust and believe there is a little girl at her school who mom does not care if she listens to that stuff, and your girl is going to be listening to it because she's able to listen to it. They got cell phones today. They just have access to things that we didn't have at school. We couldn't look at porn while we was at recess when I was coming up because because guess what? How would we have looked at it? Nobody was carrying around DVD players, VHS players. How could we have seen that? The best we could have done if somebody stole their daddy Playboy Hustler magazine. These kids have everything that we wish we had at our fingertips, literally at their fingertips now. Y'all are giving these girls cell phones at the age of 7. They're on TikTok experiencing things that they should not be experiencing. Social media is frying these little girls' brains. I'd be a fool to say I wouldn't prefer to have sons over daughters just because I know what this world is capable of, right? I don't know who said this, but it was a comedian. He said when you have a son, you only got to worry about that one dick, but when you have a daughter, you got to worry about all the dicks. And I'm afraid that ain't even true no more. That might have to be revised at this point in time, because guess what? All of this propaganda going around, they are basically hitting our kids every day, constantly with imagery of homosexuality instead of heterosexuality, which is an argument for another day. But guys, they see it all day. I went into Target the other day and they had books where men were kissing each other in the kids section. Hookup culture is at an all-time high, and social media has basically conditioned all of these girls that they can just sleep around with little to no consequences, when we all know that is simply not the case. I honestly believe that social media actually does more damage to a young female mind than it does to a young male mind, because we all know that women are more interested in people, so they're more likely to follow people like Cardi B and Ice Spice and Glorilla, and they see this lifestyle that they're living and they think that that is real. They think that that's obtainable by the average girl. They think that any girl can do that. But boys, from my experience, have a better grasp on reality. They will look at these Instagram models like Keita G and all of these other fine ones, and they will say, okay, cool, I like her, but man, I know I ain't got no chance with her. But no, that same girl thinks that she has a chance with getting with a guy on Moneybagg Yo's level or a guy who's on Drake's level. They really truly believe this. So they then go around and start to sleep with guys who they think gonna take care of them, but they really just wanted to hook up, and now they're just repeating the vicious cycle that they mama went through. Listen, Corey was spot on with this. I know that most women can't tolerate Corey, but he be spitting some facts. Only thing is, he likes to just basically cover it with comedy, but it's all facts half of the time.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, what do y'all think? I mean, do y'all really think that society is pretty much creating 304s? I mean, I really do believe that. I mean, you see it all day, every day. So can you really deny it? Now, I know there's going to be some women down in the comments going to have something to say, but hey, I'm just a messenger. Now, all right. Well, that's going to be it for us for this episode of the Player Pro Show. And like I said, I wanted to try something different. And I would like for y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And like I've always said, we are better together than we are apart. And with that, I bid y'all adieu.